What's good, YouTube? Flash speaks back for another video. Alright, Chicago Sky versus the Minnesota Lynx. Alright, so we're talking about the first night back after All-Star weekend. Chicago Sky, with this ridiculous schedule, I don't know what the WNBA is thinking. Yeah, the Chicago Sky got to go out to Minnesota Lynx and play this damn team for the fourth, fifth, seventh time. I don't know how many damn times we're playing this damn team. It seems like we're playing nothing but the Lynx. And that's predictable. You have no Ariel Atkins out there. We got this new player that we signed from Martisha Davis, who didn't play. You talking about signing somebody for 7 days? All right, so you don't play him one day. So what do you have him for? Two more games or some shit? I don't know what Chicago's doing. None of that makes sense to me. But whatever. I guess I'm not surprised. This coach, he acts like when anything is new or it's a rookie or whatever, he just don't know what to do. So I'm not surprised she didn't play. I probably wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't play at all. He likes certain players that I think suck, like Rachel Banham. Listen, don't come in here and tell me Rachel Banham averaged 12 points for over the last few games or whatever. I don't really care. Rachel Banham is not a player that should be in the league. Talking about just making threes. Shit, I could go in there and make some threes, okay? I could go in there and make some threes, I promise you. Right? That's not enough for you to be in the league. Alright, so this is like I said, first game back. So you probably got all types of hangovers and all types of shit going on. If we look at the Chicago Sky, or even we could start with Minnesota. Minnesota really didn't get off to a great start. They weren't sharp. They scored 18 points in the first quarter, right? Chicago first wins the first quarter. We thinking to ourselves, hey, look, man, this is actually good energy from the team. No Ariel Atkins and so on. But we're seeing some hustle from some players. Even Kia Nurse wasn't extremely lazy in the beginning. She was actually running a little bit. You know, Camilla and Angel were coming out pretty aggressively. Not good from the field, but they were pretty aggressive. And we thinking it was good. Okay, then, Reese makes an adjustment. And the Minnesota Lynx put on more pressure defense in that second quarter. And this guy gets smoked. There was about like 7 turnovers. I believe just in that quarter alone, you just can't survive that, right? Nafisa Collier and Kayla McBride probably killed us the most, I think, right? So Collier goes out there 19 points, Kayla McBride 19 as well. Okay. Angel Reese, I'm guessing, she had a really good time over the weekend. Really good time, man. Me Bounce, Reebok, footwear just came out, all of that kind of stuff. So there was probably a lot of her having fun. Maybe one too many shots of the hard shit, or the martinis, or maybe it's champagne. I really don't know what her thing is she a Hennessy girl or what? But I think it was probably a little bit too much of that. And then, these things take a little time to wear off. So this was probably like the hangover day. Especially if she was still taking one or two yesterday. Team probably didn't practice at all. So they looked like shit, and this is what it looked like. Angel Reese was the best player for the Minnesota Lynx tonight with 9 fucking turnovers. That you just can't do. It's not just all passing. There was some traveling. There was some setting bad screens. It was just a mess. And then you got Camilla who adds 4 turnovers. Right, you just can't have that. Your two bigs giving you was that 13 altogether right there. And then Rachel Banham, she adds about 3. It was just ridiculous the amount of turnovers. I believe it was altogether 21 turnovers. I mean, how the hell are you going to win a game with 21 turnovers? All right, so Angel, hopefully you get off your hangover, right? And then we can see, at least a real Angel Reese next game. I think the Chicago Sky kind of went out there without really believing they could win. Just thinking, fuck it, we'll go out here and just play because this is shit. It's on the schedule. We got to do it. It's our job. We got to do that to make our little bit of money, which ain't enough, which we're complaining about. But, it's our obligation, so we're going to show up. But are we going to win? Probably not. I think that was kind of like the energy today. Coach down to the players. Camila Cardoso again was very soft. 4 of 12 from the field. I don't know at some point if she will, or is it not in her mindset to just come to the conclusion that I'm 6'7" and that I'm bigger than these bitches and I'm going to just horse them. That she may not ever do that, and if she's not, then what I want to do is see her use the jumper a little bit more. Decide what you're going to be. Are you going to be a monster in the middle, on the block, or are you just going to be like a little jump shooter? Just figure it out. You know, um, I don't care about Rachel Bando. I really don't. I don't care about the two threes. Y'all can be all into that if y'all want to. Kia Nurse had a useless 16 points, garbage time shit. Last couple made a couple threes towards the end. That 16 points is very deceiving. It's really nothing. Now talking about some of the players, man, that that I'm interested in right now. Maddie, I like what I saw from Maddie tonight. She came in at different points, got more minutes. Probably because of the situation. No Michaela Onyenwere and so on. And I liked a lot of what I saw. She showed me an ability to score. I saw a little fadeaway shot. I think she will be a player in this league. Okay, a lot of you Chicago Sky fans that are just saying she's trash and all of that, man, slow the hell down with all that bullshit, right? You gotta understand, most rookies that come into the league aren't like, Kiki Iriafen right away. And then Kiki Iriafen is a top 5 pick. Okay, you don't have top 5 picks. Our picks are what, 10 and 11, and stuff like that. And sometimes they surprise you, but they're not. I get it. We had a number 3 pick, which we decided to trade for Ariel Atkins. This may show up to be a really bad thing. Sonia Citron comes in, of course. She's an all-star right away. Maybe it was a big mistake, but fuck it. Spoiled milk. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It is what it is, right? Okay. So, but this takes me into Haley Van Lith. Van Lith, listen. She may be a player in the league. Then again, she might not. I don't know. She's faced with a couple of challenges. Number one, she's a shorter guard. She's short, and then she's not like blessed with blinding speed with being short. So she has to develop a type of craftiness. I say it all the time. That's what I think she needs to do. She needs to model her game somewhat after a Kelsey Plum. All right, Kelsey Plum's a southpaw like she is, left hand strong, right? So she needs to you look at some of that. One of the things she's going to need though, Kaylee, you're going to need a floater. Okay, you can't just dribble past screens like over top of screens and then try to pull up. That shit takes too long. They swatting that shit. You got to get around that screen and have something that you can just shoot up right away. This way, a scoop shot, something like that. You gotta learn how to use that glass, high off the glass shots, whatever. When you're shorter, you gotta figure out how to operate amongst those trees. If not, you're just gonna be considered, you're gonna be just this player that's just okay. Right? You're not an elite passer, not elite court vision type of player. You're a scorer, so that's where you're going to help. And like you need more than what you got right now. Your bag is not deep enough. You got some stuff in the bag, but it's all set shot type of stuff, right? You gotta she gotta develop a little. She gotta develop a little bit more. Okay. I'm not one of these people that's gonna act like she can't. I don't expect rookies to just look dominant right away. Like y'all with the dumb shit, gotta chill. Chicago Sky fans, you gotta chill with some of that, man. Let this girl develop. She's going the way most rookies do. Like even Kelsey Plum didn't average double figures her first season. It's just, it is what it is, man. You look for signs that you could build on, and you hope that this fucking coaching staff, which is supposed to be a developmental staff, helps to develop her, right? So that's what I say about her. Will she be a player? I don't know. It's up to her. It's up to her, man. Now, if you want to model your game at the Kelsey Plum, one of the things you're going to have to do, which is what I recommend, one of the things you're going to have to do is get in the gym. Haley Van Lith's got to get her wind better. She's got to get her strength better. She's got to get her explosiveness up, So that's working on certain, there's drills you can run. Get with a personal trainer who, strengthens those legs, man, to help with explosiveness. There's a number of things you can do today with sports science to get there, right? That's the track and the path she needs to be on if she's trying to get to that level. Other than that, you're just going to be mediocre. and you're going to be a player that Chicago waves, and you're going to be going from team to team. I think she'll be around in the league because she's popular on social media. She's a popular player. You know, she fits the Aryan, prototype. So she'll be around for a while. But it's like if you really want to be on that level that Chicago Sky hopes and then Angel Reese hopes, because Angel Reese got a lot of hopes and confidence in you. I know she did. I don't know if that's waning or not. Then you're gonna have to work at it. Okay, we're gonna have to work at it. Looking at Chicago, looking at Minnesota. Minnesota pretty much came in, put the vice grips on the team. Look at that turnovers, 8 turnovers for Minnesota to 21 turnovers, and it's not just that Chicago's discombobulated. No, Minnesota's defense aided in that big time. Once they started putting that pressure defense, the whole game changed. And without Ariel Atkins, they can't really deal with the pressure defense as much. We got to remember when we did beat the Lynx that one time, Ariel Atkins gave us, I believe, 27 points that night. She went in and she was aggressive. That puts pressure on them a lot. You don't Without Ariel Atkins, you don't have a player that's going to put that pressure, right? And he didn't even try the damn Marquisha Davis, and I get it, But my thing is, when a game like this, it's like, why not? Why not? Like you're not going to win. Let's get her some work in a game like this, where this is almost like a scheduled loss. You don't expect to win in Minnesota. You know, in this particular instance. So I don't effing know. Okay. It looks like all five starters were in double figures for Minnesota. It's ridiculous. All five were in double figures. They did what they did what they do. 20 assists as a team to 12 assists as a team for Chicago. Chicago played like shit when it comes to that. Uh, yeah, man, I don't want to talk too much about them. Forget them. I don't like the Minnesota Lynx. Cheryl Reeves is an asshole. Challenging, calls. Your team is up 20, and you're challenging calls, and 21, and you're challenging calls. But it's in a good way. I wish my coach was an evil like that. The evil Reeves. You know, but it is what it is, man. He's a sucker. He's a sucker. So you reap what you sow in this game. All right, so what is our next game? Let's check this out, man. Chicago Sky. All right, so we got the Seattle Storm. This looks like the 24th. What is that? On Thursday. All right, so hopefully Angel Reese will be over her hangover. Whatever she was drinking too much of, the Hennessy will be out of her system by then. So we can expect a normal Angel Reese. Who's not going to get a triple double. With turnovers. Camilla, I don't know. I guess when Angel plays better, Camilla plays better. If Angel plays bad, she doesn't. I don't know if Ariel will be back by then. Maybe that helps. If not, maybe he'll feel comfortable playing this Marquisha Davis, because you do need someone who can do some of the things Ariel Atkins can do. And that's one of the things I've seen with her. She can at least slash to the rim. Can give you some defense. Just play her. Why it's a 7-day contract, I don't know. Um, but that's going to be tough, man. Seattle. That's one of the premier teams in the league. They're going to bring the defense. They're going to bring the size. They're going to bring the rebound, and they're going to bring, you know, everything. I don't see us winning that fucking game. Like, we don't match up well against Seattle. They have way too many players that can score. Way too much explosiveness. But hey, you never know, man. Then it's so that's what we got to look forward to. Chicago Sky got the ass whooped. Only thing that helps me here is that I know the punk ass Indiana Fever got walked down tonight. I'll check that game out just to get something to laugh at. I love them with their 500 asses. Thinking we're trash. Well, y'all, no, y'all trash too. We're just more trash, right? Y'all are just, y'all kitchen trash waste. Whereas we're dumpster waste. That's the only difference, okay? Right? But you're trash too. 12-12. With all them damn players. All right, so that's cool. It is what it is, man. Chicago got the ass whooped. So until next time, peace out.